It's time to brag, be rich and generous. Brag Radio is hosted by best-selling real estate investing author Larry Goins and co-host Kandas. For the next hour, they'll show you proven and effective ways you can be successful in real estate. From the WBT studios, the flagship station of the Brag Radio Network, here are your hosts, the rock stars of real estate, Larry and Kandas.
What's happening?
How are you?
I'm doing awesome. How about you?
Good.
That's great. So, how you been?
Good.
So,
Hey, Chad, is this a sound effects board? Does this do stuff?
No, that's just a keyboard.
Oh, okay.
it's a keyboard.
There's no fun in that.
No.
It just
There's
looks
a new
like
toy over here.
It looks like a phone dialer thing. So, Kandas, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we just came off of a 3-day event, so
That's right. We had a 3-day event. It's what you have termed our General Assembly.
Well, I
right?
think that's the best name for it. We don't get, you go into a ton of detail. You cover a lot of different things, but you still do have to you still have to kind of get everybody on the same page with what they know on Friday so that you can gauge the rest of the weekend and go as deep or just as wide as you need to cover everybody's expectations.
That's true. And if you're just now joining us for the first time, you are listening to Brag Radio, Be Rich and Generous. We teach you how to invest in real estate, and then we want you to go out and be generous with your blessings, right?
We sure do.
We got a lot of different charities and missions that we help support and we talk about on the show, like Veterans Path Up.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to a dedication, a ribbon cutting ceremony for them donating a house to a new family.
That's awesome. In fact, we were involved with the Financial Friends Network and raised about $140,000 to help Veterans Path Up.
I don't know if any of that went to this particular house, but they do good work, so I know that the money was put to good use. They
do. Ken Lacey's doing a phenomenal job over there, and it's a great cause. It really is.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the ceremony.
Now, when is that? Or has it already happened?
It's on a Tuesday. No, I don't think it hasn't happened. We got to go. It's on a Tuesday, so it's coming up.
All right, cool.
Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. It's coming up on a Wednesday.
That sounds good. That's good.
Looked at our calendar.
So at our 3-day events, if you're interested in real estate, whether you want to be an active investor or a passive investor, it doesn't really matter. We can help you to do that. I'm having trouble with my headphones over here. So we can help you. Some people just want to write a check and collect a monthly check. We have a lot of investors we work with like that, as well as some people want to leave their JOB.
Right.
And learn how to invest in real estate.
I wouldn't be one of those people.
Do what?
I'm not one of those people.
I would certainly hope not.
Not yet.
So, so we had our 3-day event this past weekend in Charlotte, and we do 2 or 3 of them a year in Charlotte. The rest of them are around the country. And, coming to a city near you, we do about 6 or 8 of them a year.
Yeah,
and,
we're setting the calendar for next year, too.
Yeah,
Get ready.
Right.
We're coming to you.
We were just talking about that.
Right.
And, so I'm really excited about that. We usually have a really good group of people. Unfortunately, I was a little under the weather at this past one, so didn't get to shake any hands, but hopefully I didn't get anybody sick either.
Hopefully. You tried to be very conscientious of that and aware. And
I did. It's like, hey, what's up? Bump elbows.
Some elbows, yeah. He didn't even do chat. He wouldn't even do like a fist bump. Like there was no hand-to-hand contact at all.
An air high five?
Nothing. Yeah, no. He wouldn't even come close. He would just like lean his elbow over or something.
You should have seen
it was kind of weird.
On the front table where I have like it's not a podium, but there's a front table with the PowerPoint projector and my laptop. I had like Coldies, Emergency, Vitamin C, Zycam, Zinc, Echinacea, and cough drops.
And a giant bucket of Purell.
Close.
He had cough drops everywhere. After every session, I'd have to go clean up his little area because there's cough drop papers laying everywhere, get him a different glass of water because one of them had airborne in it constantly. Crazy.
Yeah, people were laughing at me because I would mix up those little emergency things, and I was using a pen, an ink pen, to stir it in. I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm up front in front of 100 people, and I can't go anywhere. It's kind of funny.
Could have asked for a spoon.
It was kind of funny, though. So let's talk about real estate. We've had a lot of we actually had a lot of people sign up for our inner circle at the 3-day, didn't we?
We did. I'm excited for those people.
Me too.
Most of them are planning on coming to the office in December. We try to make it the schedule to where there is an inner circle event a few weeks after the 3-day event to kind of keep the momentum going, keep investors, excited about what they're getting ready to do, and kind of strike while the iron's hot type of thing. Go ahead and get all your training and education so that you can put a plan into place to go ahead and get started instead of letting life get in the way.
That's true. And one of the things that I've realized about real estate, there's a lot of people out there that want to learn real estate, but everybody has things going on in their life. And when you go to a 3-day event, and in fact, I spent a lot of time talking about this on Friday morning, a lot of people want to succeed in whether it's real estate or whatever. And real estate happens to be what we teach and our students follow us for. And but you go back home, you go to a seminar, you buy books, you buy courses, and you go back home, and guess what happens? What happens when you get back home?
Life
happens. Absolutely.
It happens to us too when we get back to the office, because
it does.
Yeah,
it does. So what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that you set aside some time, and you make the time, and you set some goals, and you create measurables. You've got to have measurables. That's the key to anything you want to accomplish, right?
Right. But they have to be measurables that you're actually going to measure. Like they can't, we've actually failed, and I don't have a problem telling you guys that. We're not perfect. It's not like everything that we do in our office is always, completely perfect. It's not ever going to be that way. And I hated our KPI sheet because I didn't feel like it gave me a good representation of being able to project trends, right? Look at actual historic data. And so I gave up on it. But we had a meeting the other day, and we readdressed what KPIs we were looking at, and I feel better about it now. I think that we'll be able to get people back on track with it, and I think the ones that we have set now will help us project. So I'm kind of excited about it again.
So what are KPIs? Tell our listeners.
Key performance indicators.
Woo! That was a close one, wasn't it? I saw you give me the look like, oh no.
Don't say it. Don't you ask me that question. Yes, KPIs are key performance indicators that are supposed to, over a 13-week track, give you some historical data, and that way you can kind of gauge some and make predictions on things you may need to move on or just keep a closer eye on, or things that are moving well.
One of the things that we use is what's called a scorecard, and you can get one by reading the book Traction, right?
That's right. Yeah, the book Traction talks about it a lot, along with a lot of other things that you go into at the 3-day event too, with just kind of helping structure your business, how to operate more or less on a daily basis. Even if you're the only one in it, you having a clear picture of what you want the business to look like, even when it's just you, is going to help you add people in a more intent manner when you get to an area when you can't handle it all yourself.
Right. And I love the book Traction. I love the book Rocket Fuel.
You know what? I like them. I like the concepts in them. They weren't easy for me to read, though.
No, they're not.
Rocket Fuel was a hard read for me. And when I say read, I mean listen, because I don't read hard copy books anymore.
But it did help you understand me. Get inside.
That did. It did help me understand you. And that I'm not alone, too, dealing with everything I deal with you.
Yeah, where I'm not the only person out there that thinks like me.
Right.
As you used to think, right?
I did think you were a little different. Come to find out, you're just,
I'm just
there's a whole breed of you.
I'm one of them entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs. Hey, you guys, we're going to take a quick break. While we're on that, give the office a call. 877-LARRY-GO. Request your investor's kit. If you're close enough to come by the office for a tour, you can pick up the physical version of that. If not, we can send you the digital version. Ask about our next upcoming 3-day event so you guys can get in on the action for that. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bragg Radio.
What's up?
Investing with real estate to be rich and generous. You could do it however you want to. We do it with real estate. Works for us. That's how we teach.
That's right.
Are you here with me? We're both. I'm having to take care of something at the office. Are you taking care of something too?
Yes, my wife. My wife is texting me right now. I'm live, honey. I'm live on the air. I'm on the air. So yeah, we were talking about our 3-day that we just had. Guys, if you're looking to invest in real estate, if you're wanting to get started, you got to have the time. You got to find the time. And when you go back home, like even if you go to a 3-day or you get a book or you get a course, most people who buy books and courses, they don't do anything with them. They go home and then life happens. And listen, I was just brutally honest with the people, wasn't I?
At the event?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of like that, especially when you don't feel good. You're more brutal than just honest rather than brutal.
You know what? It's funny. You said that, and some other people on our team said that as well. So I was trying my best to be nice to people, but I do get a little short. It wouldn't even be short-tempered because I don't really have a temper. No. But it would be more short. I don't know what it would be. But anyway, so yeah, we had a great event, had a lot of people there. They asked a lot of good questions, and we had just a really good time. And we had people. One of the things that we do at our 3-day events, as you know, Kandas, is we bring some of our team, our ed consultants, and they sit down with everybody there and do a one-on-one and create their map. My action plan.
They do sit down with everybody there that wants to sit down. Like we always do have a few people that they don't want to sit down, and that's okay because we really don't want to push a parked car. You even talk about that in your presentation. And so anybody that needs a plan or wants a plan leaves with one.
That's right.
We make sure of it before we leave the event.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, we want to find out things like your likes, your dislikes, your strengths, your weaknesses, your assets, your liabilities, where you are now, where you want to be, and design a critical path to get you there in the absolute shortest period of time. And that's what we do. I mean, we buy and sell houses all over the Carolinas, and we're starting to buy and sell in Georgia now. So we can help you if you're interested in getting started in real estate investing. Whether it's day trading, I wrote a book called Getting Started in Real Estate Day Trading. It's available wherever books are sold. If you call Kandas, she'll get you a copy of that book, right?
Yep, it's in the investor's kit. It sure is.
And I also wrote a book called HUD Homes Half Off, How to Buy HUD Houses at 50, 40, even 30% of list price. We just got a HUD house. We actually got 2 bids accepted yesterday. 2 bids accepted yesterday. One was listed for $144,000. We bought it for $101,000. Another one we got accepted, it was listed for $67,000, and we got it for $42,000, I believe it is. I mean, think about that. That's a great discount on a property, right?
That's right.
And those are HUD houses. But you got to put the bids out there. You got to put the bids out.
How many bids do you think we made to get those 2 houses? Do you know how long we bid on those 2 houses or how many weeks we bid on them to pick them up?
Well, I know Andrea told me yesterday that she just analyzed those deals and they hadn't been on the market long. So we'd probably bid on them for a couple of weeks, I would imagine. But the way we do it is we want to bid on every house, when it comes on the market or the price reduction or whatever, we want to bid on all the houses, every day. Because HUD is a daily auction.
Right.
HUD's a daily auction. And so that's the key right there. It's like I say, the 3 most important things in real estate. Make offers, make offers, make offers. Right?
Yep. And HUD really could make it easier to submit offers. I mean, you go through an agent, the agent puts them in, and you do it every day.
That's true. That is so true. I want to talk about something real quick. I want to talk about focusing because, we could teach you how to invest in real estate, but, people go home and they get confused and they're like pulling their hair out. What do I do? Where do I go from here? And you've got to set a plan. We talked a little bit about KPIs or a scorecard. So I want you to just, if you're, don't do this if you're driving. We'll get you some show notes. But what you can do is, just set a goal for let's say I want to make 3 offers a day, right? Really, before you even do that, if you're brand new, you need to learn how to analyze.
Right.
That's the very first thing you need to do, okay? Learn how to analyze, especially if you're going to wholesale, right?
And we talk about that all the time on this show. So if you haven't heard us talk about it, if this is your first time hearing Larry talk about analyzing, go to bragradio.com and pull the show archives. And according to the title, you'll be able to tell which ones, we talk about analyzing in.
That's right.
Because we talk about it all the time.
That's exactly right. And so first thing you need to do is learn how to analyze. And it's not that complicated. It's ARV, after repaired value, times 0.7, minus repairs, minus what you want to make. If you want to make a quick $10,000 check, then ARV times 0.7 minus repairs minus 10 grand, boom, that's how much you can pay for the house.
And like I said, a couple other episodes on Brag Radio, you can check out the archives and pull all that. Well, he gives specific examples.
That's true. That is true. So, and then after you learn how to analyze, then you got to line up your money.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's private money, there's cash partners, credit partners, there's different ways to close and fund a deal. And that's one of the things we went over at the 3-day, every single way to close and fund a deal. And none of it requires your own money, right?
Right.
So every single way to close and fund a deal. So, that's another thing, analyze, line up your money, right? And then start building your buyer's list, especially if you're wholesaling. Now, I don't like fix and flips, as you know. I hate rehabs, hate dealing with contractors. And one of the quickest ways to get started is by wholesaling property. Real estate day trading. Kandas will get you a free copy of that book.
Yep.
If you want it. So analyze, line up your money, and then build your buyer's list. And there's many, many, many different ways to build your buyer's list. We went over a lot of those at the 3-day as well. But some of the things you can do is go to your local RIA meeting, Real Estate Investors Association. Just Google it, Charlotte, Metrolina. Metrolina Real Estate Investors Association is the big one right here. It's
right.
a nonprofit. And
they meet, it's on the third Thursday, right?
Third Thursday of the month,
MetrolinaRIA.org,
I believe, right?
It's a great place to start.
MetrolinaREIA.org. And, you can go to your first meeting, and they may charge you a few bucks. I can't remember exactly how much they charge for the meeting. But go to it. It's a great place to network. Build your buyer's list. Find other people who are doing deals, right?
Right.
That's exactly right. And then the fourth thing is simple. Make offers. Make offers, make offers, make offers. That's the 3 most important things in real estate is make offers, make offers, make offers. So, number 1, you got to learn how to analyze. Number 2, line up your money. Number 3, build your buyer's list. And number 4, just start making offers. That's all there is to it to get started. Now, once you learn those 4 things and have those 4 things lined up, is that your phone keeps going off?
Yes, it is.
Can you not silence it? What's wrong with that?
There's stuff going on.
But can you not put it on vibrate or something? I'm getting ready to throw it out the window.
Stop. Just calm
If we
down.
had a window in here. So once you get those 4 things lined up, right, then you need to start working on your KPIs.
Wait,
right?
I've got 3 things. Analyze, line of money, buyer's list, and what?
Make offers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, you were too busy on your phone. I said make offers, make offers, make offers.
Maybe that's just because
You were way
I
too
think
busy.
I think it's just a standard. I don't consider that a step anymore.
Yeah, that is a step. Yeah, that was a good save on your part right there. So, but anyway, then you can get down to working on your KPIs. Like I want to make 3 offers a day. I want to make 5 offers a day. I want to put out 100 bandit signs a week. I want to call on 25 Craigslist ads a day. I want to post a Craigslist ad every day. Whatever it is that you want to do, you need to set a goal and write it down and then stick with it, right?
Right, and watch the goals, though, over, a couple weeks. And sometimes you get really anxious right at the beginning, and you can back the goal down based on what you're actually able to do, what's producing. So don't get frustrated with that. Let it be fluid for a little bit, but try your hardest to set the goals. To keep the goals that you do set. You guys give the office a call, 877-LARRY-GO. Pick up your investor's kit if you can come by for a tour, or we can email it out to you too. Talk to somebody about our coaching mentoring opportunities or getting signed up for the next 3-day. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. 877-LARRY-GO. Welcome back, Bragg Radio. We've been talking about our 3-day event that we just had, and kind of setting some KPIs and things like that. Larry talked about the 4 things in the last segment that you kind of need to get started with. And do you want to expand on any of those?
No, I just love being on the real radio because you can have real music, real Van Halen music. That's what I love about this show. Don't let them fire us, Chad.
Are you in fear of that happening?
No, not really. But
they like me a lot.
I know. We've even had people come up to us at events like, Kandas, when are you going to have somebody else on your show?
That hasn't happened in a while.
But it has happened.
Oh, it's happened. It's happened.
That's funny.
But it hasn't happened in a while.
So let's talk about, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about some deals.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the 2 HUD deals that we just got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a house that we just picked up that...
the first one was listed at 144.
Yeah, it was listed for 144. It had been dropped a time or two, I believe. And I think the ARV is probably around 180, something like that. I think actually Andrea told me maybe 190, 185, 190, something like that.
She probably went with 180 because that's what we could get out of it quick.
And we picked it up for 101, I believe. I think we're probably selling it for 115 or 119 or something like that. And all this property really needs is carpet. That's just about it.
Because HUD pulls, if the house is stinky or whatever, HUD's going to pull the carpet out. You won't really walk into a stinky house. So in a HUD house having no carpet is a pretty common thing.
That's true. That is true. I've never been in a smelly HUD house.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever. So whoever's going to buy this house from us, we're going to make a quick $15,000 on it or whatever. And then whoever buys the house from us, they're going to put carpet in it and whatever else, maybe paint, I don't know. And then they're going to sell it for $189 or $179 or $199, whatever. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's win-win for everybody, right?
Right.
And we make a quick buck, and they make more money, but they're going to sit on it longer.
That's
of
okay
course.
with us, yeah.
Yeah, because what we're doing is wholesaling, and that's what we teach people how to do. We do wholesaling, and we do lease options and seller financing, but this one we're going to wholesale. So another cool thing about this house, I believe it was built in 2012, maybe.
Do you know what city this one's in?
No. But it's somewhere in the Carolinas.
Well,
somewhere.
That I gathered. But
somewhere
we are in
Carolinas.
Georgia now, so this is not one of the Georgia properties?
No, it's in the Carolinas. But, yeah, so also, what else about this deal? Oh, it's got about 5 acres of land with it.
That's awesome.
This should be an easy sell for somebody. Whoever's going to fix this house up should be an easy sell. In fact, we just got the property, hadn't even started marketing, and one guy came by the office the other day. He came by the office, and Dan told him about it. He's like, I think he might even buy it. I don't know. So these houses go quick. When you got a deal, man, if you got a deal, they're going to go fast, right? They're going to go fast.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a good house. It's a good house.
What about the second one? What do you know about it?
The second house, it's a manufactured home with a permanent foundation.
HUD
built
as well,
in.
or is this
it was a HUD.
Okay.
It was a HUD as well. And it was listed for $67,000. I believe we picked it up for $44,000, I believe. $41,000, $42,000, $44,000, something like that. In the low 40s. And so I believe we're selling it for $54,000 maybe. Something like that. But this house is in great shape. It's a huge house. It's over 2,000 square feet.
Where's this one?
Like a 4-bedroom. It's somewhere in the Carolinas. It's Carolina something.
You're so bad with the cities. That's why I hate missing the property meetings.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. I don't know. It doesn't really matter where it is. It's going to be a deal for somebody. I think it needs carpet.
Same
it
thing.
might even just need the carpet stretched. You know?
Oh, like where it gets the ripples in it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, there's deals out there. A lot of people say, oh, you can't get deals anymore. The deals are hard to find. You know, yeah, they can be hard to find. But it's like I was talking to an Inner Circle student, and we have, of course, our Inner Circle Apprentice program. And I was talking to an Inner Circle student, and he was crushing it there for a while. But then he called me and said, hey, I want I'm just struggling with some things. Can we chat? So we got on the phone, and I was asking him, how many offers are you making a day? Well, I'm not really making any offers. Well, let me ask you a question. What chance do you think you have of buying a house? Yeah, Larry.
Legitimate question.
It is. Yeah, what chance do you think you have of buying a house, right? So, approximately.
Right.
Right? Zero. Zip. Nada. Right?
What had happened? Why had he gotten so far off track?
Life happened.
Crushing it? Oh.
Life happened. And that's true. It happens to all of us, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It happens to all of us. And even me. I mean, you and I were sitting and going over some of our KPIs, some of our scorecard earlier, and to try to simplify things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does happen. It does happen. And you got to be so careful about getting back home and letting life happen. So you've got to work. Here's what you have to do, okay? This is very, very, very important, right?
Very, very important. Very important.
Do the things that most people won't do now so you can live the life that most people can't later, right? Do the things most people won't do right now so you can live the life
quote of the day,
that most
Chad.
people
That's
can't
the quote of the
later,
day.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I didn't make it up, right? I didn't make it up. I've heard it for years. But, and you have to work as hard on yourself. If you work hard on yourself, life will be much easier for you. If you work hard on yourself, life will be much easier for you. And I always say fake it till you make it, right?
You do.
But you can't just go out and go to a seminar or read a book or whatever. You've got to take action. The book is not going to make you any money. But if you use the tools in that book and you take it and apply it and put it into action, you will be able to make money.
That's
you
right.
will be able to grow your business. You will be able to get out of the situation you're in. I know a lot of people, right? A lot of people who have this mentality that, I've only ever made $40,000 a year. And if they get a $10,000 check, they're like, number one, they're blown away. But number two, they're internally, they don't feel like they're worth more than $40,000 a year. So they feel like they've reached that ceiling, right? And they can't get past that. So what they do is they make it a $40,000 a year salary, and then they get a $10,000 check, and they're ecstatic, but at the same time, they're like, subconsciously, I'm not worthy of that, and they will sabotage themselves. Have you ever noticed that?
I have with some of our students. I have noticed that they self-sabotage with a lot of different aspects. And sometimes what we talk to students about isn't always real estate. It's about how to get out of their own way.
That's true. Sometimes being a good real estate coach is helping them with the real estate deal, and sometimes it's being the bartender.
Sometimes.
Right? It's just pushing them through. That's one of the reasons that we have our ASAP program, right? Our Advanced Success Accountability Program.
Right.
We want to hold our Inner Circle Apprentice students accountable. We want to make sure that they're focused, that they have good time management, and that they have clarity, because there's so much noise out here about real estate, right? And about everything, really. We're bombarded by stuff every single day. And there's so much noise out here and so many things that you can listen to. So we want to make sure that we provide our students with clarity, because the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
That's right. You got to have that one main thing that you're doing to become successful.
I'm
going
to have to go back on what I said. That's the quote of the day.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Right? You like that?
Yeah, I do. I do, actually.
Funny.
So you guys, let us help you with this. Give us a call at the office. Get started with the Investors Kit. 877-LARRY-GO. If you can come by the office and pick up the physical kit, we'll have one ready for you. If not, we can email it to you. Talk to us about our coaching mentoring opportunities, also about any 3-day events that are coming up. 877-LARRY-GO. Check out bragradio.com for all past show archives. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Brag Radio. Always my favorite segment here. Fourth segment. Always love it.
All Van Halen segments are my favorite.
You're so funny. He wouldn't even have to do the show if he just listened to Van Halen. Come in the studio and you and him sit and listen to Van Halen.
I know, right? That'd be awesome,
that'd be
wouldn't
fun,
it?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
No. So anyway, like I said, fourth segment. So this gives us a chance here on Bragg Radio, if you guys are listening to us for the first time, to talk to students or highlight students that are investing in real estate, just like we do, like how we've taught them to do. So this week we have Joseph with us.
What's happening, Joseph?
Yes, hi.
How are you, sir?
Hi, guys. I'm just great. How are you?
I am
Good.
doing
Doing
awesome. We're doing great. Sorry that Helen couldn't be with us on the live on the radio today, but we really, really appreciate you taking your time out. Guys, Joseph and Helen, his wife, are our Inner Circle Apprentice program students, and they're out there just crushing it. They're rocking and rolling, and I'm just so proud of what they're doing. I'm just so impressed. And so, Joseph, tell our listeners a little bit about who is Joseph.
Honestly saying, we started doing real estate pretty long time ago, and we bought our first house about 19 years ago. In November, it's going to be 19 years. And it was in the regular way. We got mortgage in the bank, put our money as a down payment, and so on and so on. And then we've been to many coaches, and we heard a lot of different approaches, but we did not like all of them. Right. We pick up some from other coaches, but we did not like completely approach. And only when we actually met Larry, and this is not compliment, this is true. Okay, so we realized that this is actually what we were looking for, a program like that. And we started doing exactly what Larry says, buying houses, cash with other people money, and selling it either for cash or with owner financing. And so like recently, on Friday, actually, we sold one house for cash, and we were selling it with owner financing. And we got a call from one lady, and she asked us how much we want if she would put $5,000 down, then $10,000, then $15,000, then $20,000. And so I did not even know when she's going to be stopping.
Wow, that's great.
And so then she told me, okay, now let's come to the point. If I'll pay you all cash, so how much would you give it to me? So we negotiated a little bit, and so we agreed. They were completely ready, wired deposit money to attorney. So in a week, I believe, we closed.
That's
and
awesome.
So we bought that house. Maybe it was hot house.
A hot house.
We bought it maybe like a week before, maybe
right.
even less, before we got her offer and deposit.
That's awesome.
So it was really nice. It's not, unfortunately, not every deal goes this way, but it was nice. It was nice. Another, we sold the house with owner financing. It's actually what we like. We do like this owner financing, and people do appreciate it. And so we were selling one house in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and it was double white mobile home like Larry loves.
Right, like Larry loves.
He does
That's
love
funny.
them.
By the way, Larry, that house, what I'm talking about, it
right.
was the house I was telling you, which is with sides to the roof. You remember I sent you this?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you don't like when house on the side to the roof, so not front.
Uh-huh.
So it was that house.
The side of the house.
Oh, the side. Yeah, it was turned sideways. It wasn't facing the road like it should be.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And we are getting calls because we put a lot of signs. We actually pass by. We put a lot of signs over there, and we are getting calls till now.
That's awesome.
That is great.
till now. And what actually just puzzled us, we put one sign close to Walmart, and we thought that it was Saturday, for Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday, definitely somebody will take it off. So
Wow.
we got called today, and I asked her, where did you see the sign? She told me, oh, it's just next to Walmart.
Next to Walmart. That's awesome. I
There you
love
go.
it.
And I was really surprised. Yeah, so, and we were selling, I'm sorry, I started to tell that we were selling one house. It's exactly like Larry says, needs cosmetic, needed flooring, needed painting, nothing more, nothing major. And it was absolutely ugly piece of the floor in the living room. And I cannot even imagine who created this story. Absolutely ugly. And we were talking with my wife, and I actually suggested that let's get rid of this because it's really ugly. As soon as you are getting in, it would scare me. And we were thinking, okay, maybe yes, maybe no. So we got a call from one lady with her husband on the phone, and so they negotiated very hardly. They negotiated $900. We were selling it for $79.9, and they told us, okay, maybe $79 is gonna be $1,000, gonna be okay. We hesitated and told them, okay.
So they got a $900 discount.
$900.
That's awesome.
It's not the end of the story. Then he told us, I love this floor.
Oh no!
I
he
love
loved
the floor. I'm just going to shellac it.
He
Just going
loved
to shellac
floor.
the plywood.
The floor that scared Joseph, this guy loved. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It was very scary to me, So I love this floor. And so what is interesting, he was he told us that he is 35 years in flooring business. So this is why he told us, I'm going to change everything. So what he loved from this floor, I don't know. But so he's going to change everything. And
That's awesome.
so then he asked, for how many years you are giving mortgage? 20. No, it's too much. No more than 5. I told him, yeah, even 1 year, but,
Wow.
your payment is going to be completely different. Oh, that's not a problem. So, and we finally made it for 5 years.
Wow. So what kind of payment are you getting?
They are paying $1,500 something, plus they pay tax, plus they pay insurance. It's just mortgage.
Wow. That's a better deal than you could have ever have imagined. Am I right?
Yeah, so it was very funny to us. So why you want them this way? But if they want, they want.
They want it. You were able to give it. That's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, so okay.
Wow. Wow. Now that house you sold for $79, how much did you have in it?
So we bought it for 31, I believe, or
31.
31 or 32.
Wow.
And we did something to the house, like for approximately like $800 outside. A loan, something like that, about $800.
Just
so
some
we had
landscaping.
in this house about $32,000, maybe 32.5.
Wow. That's great. That is great. And now you got $1,500 a month coming in, but they did work you down $900.
Yes, they did. They did. And so he told me when he negotiated, he told me, okay, so I'm going to put $6,000 down. Yeah, so it means that my mortgage is going to be on $73,000. Then like small hesitation, and he is asking, is it okay? Yes, not 73.9. Let's do 73.
Wow.
Even.
That is awesome.
Okay, I told him, listen, you're a nice guy, so looks like. So, yes.
Joseph,
you got it.
You are the man, the legend, and the myth, and I'm so proud of you. I mean, I know you just
You
told
guys
us
are
about
awesome.
a couple deals, but I know you guys are doing a lot of deals. Congratulations. Thanks for going
Thank
out there
you.
and making it happen and taking action.
Thank you, Larry and Kandas, and that's going to wrap up today's Bragg Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. For more information about what Larry and Kandas talked about on today's show, or to get a free investor's kit, call 877-LARRY-GO. That's 877-527-7946. You can also go to braggradio.com. Make sure to tune in every Saturday for Bragg Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. Larry and Kandas will show you how to invest in real estate and the many ways real estate creates the ideal investment here on News 1110 99.3 WBT.